such an amazing experience to see you here. Most of you have been with us last year in hotels, one after the other. Some have seen in pitch rooms, in deal rooms, and finally we have a home. How are you feeling about it? And you get to be the first people as entrepreneurs to ever walk into this space. You're the few that chose to show up early. We may not have the backing of public or private money, but we have our mouth, we have our knowledge, and we have our purpose. So what could we do? And instead of being the perennial complainers, oh, blaming the government, oh, blaming the next investor, blaming the donor, blaming everyone else other than ourselves, we took charge and we built a public limited company.
We are building a traction studio that helps entrepreneurs, and we need to be able to work to sort out the targeted problems, not generic. And the reason why, if you see in the advertisement and our call to you to come today, targeted support means targeted support. Fabian's problem is not Mary's problem, is not Beryl's problem, is not the challenge that it's Francis, right? Francis and Helen are going through, is not the problem that Nyawera is going through, Lillian is going through. So it's very important for us to get that right. This is what you said your businesses have been facing in terms of challenges. So we ask ourselves, so because this is what is happening, what do we do? Some of these challenges are, I don't want to say generational, but they've persisted in the market. Like one, access to capital. I have had conversations with even some of you in this room when you're looking for funding and you're saying they're not listening to me, or they're saying my business is too small, your ticket size is too small, what do we do? And then the accelerators and incubators have been depending on donor funding. We were also beneficiaries at some point of that process. But then now, how do we win ourselves off and together be able to grow and make sure that this accelerator program that you will plug into, this incubator that you will plug into as Entrepreneur Hub can ensure you're consistent and you continue moving. And then lastly, business management skills. We are all skilled differently, all have different abilities. What if you could get all these skills in one place and they help you every day to be able to move? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the BSA Group PLC comes in.
See yourself 20 years from now. You probably not want to be stuck in that business, doing the day-to-day. But you still want it to make part of your legacy, something that you hand down to your kids, to the next person. You need to be part of the businesses that catalyze the economy of this country of ours, and perhaps even the continent. But for you to do that, there's only so much you can do by yourself. And so then we thought, how about we build something that can outlast each one of us, that can create value and translate that value into wealth to you as an individual. And so what I'm looking at is not necessarily the first entrepreneurs who believed in the business support program. I'm looking at my first investors into the BSA Group PLC. And we shall grow this organization to serve your particular need, but that need of the next person. How many pitching rooms will you have to go to until you secure the funding that you need to scale? Must you always complain? Must you always pitch? Let's build lasting businesses. We figure out What's the unit economics that will make this business sustainable to begin with?
So one day, there were two people married, they were there, they were free. We are not just here to tell you stories or to try and guide you, but we've also walked this journey. If once you come on board, you'll get to hear our stories, what businesses we've been able to run, what are the gaps we've seen, what challenges have we encountered. So when you tell us, I'm having issues with my bank, I'm trying to fundraise, these are things we've walked. We've been able to experience, we've supported other businesses, and we are in a position to support you and walk the journey with you. Usually think of investment in this way. If you were an investor, put yourself in an investor's shoes. If someone were to come and present your business as it is today, would you put your money in it? Would you? Who would? 100%. You'd commit even your savings, for instance, your pension, and invest in that business. Who would confidently? What would make you think twice about it? Anyone? Food for thought, yeah? So whatever would make you think twice about investing in your own business, if you are an investor, those are the things that then you need to start putting in place. And that's why we're here as BSA team, because we've lived this, we've walked this, and we're able to support you and to be able to identify what are those areas that you'd need to be handheld, that you'd need to address, so that at any one point when an opportunity comes your way, you're not struggling, you're not trying to put your house in order at that point, that there's a potential investor, they love your business idea, but then there are certain things that they can't really put their, a finger on it and say, I'm fully in this. So make the process easier, that then when you get that opportunity, it's much easier, it's seamless, as opposed to that back and forth that, oh, I actually don't have this, oh, I need to figure this out. So that's why we're here to support you, to get yourself ready, because they say opportunity knocks in one's door. So let that opportunity find you ready. Magic happens when opportunity meets preparedness. And we are here to prepare you, to walk the journey with you, and just to guide you. Yeah.
There's a lot of debt distress in this economy. Right now we are sitting on about close to 800 billion of toxic debt. Out of a portfolio of less than 6 trillion, 700 is bad. And there are some big banks that are sitting on 200 billion by themselves. So when you bring that down, SMEs also have a big chunk of it. So as BSA, what we want to do, we want to walk that journey with you. Because remember, when the bank is on your neck, you can't think straight. Even Anne can come here and talk about what she's talking about, you're not even here. Because all you're hearing is that your bank has told you, if by tomorrow, we will auction you, or we will close down your business. And you see, when that happens, it's like a domino. KRA will start coming on you, your creditors will start coming on you. So what we do is we come into your business, and the first thing we want to do is have a plan. And that plan has to be sold to all your creditors, including the bank, where it's called a stand-down plan. Everybody stands down. And they say, you know what, we are giving you 6 months, this plan looks coherent, we'll wait. Because what you need is a breather. The breather of opening your mouth and you need to breathe. Once you know that the bank will not disturb me, KRA will not disturb me, creditors will not, as we work that plan. And I've done this here in other countries, and the problem is the same. Everybody needs a break, and it's very bad especially when some debts are put, how do I put it? When you're given, for lack of a better word, wrongly structured debt. And that happens a lot, where yes, somebody has given you money, but the structure of that money already predisposes you to fail. So part of it is you have to structure so that you match the payments with when your money comes through, and with your seasons. It's like telling a school to pay a loan monthly and they receive their money termly. So you see, that already creates a problem. So that's what we do. So yes, I come with that experience, and we will be very willing to work with you on that journey of either making you investor ready, And I'm not just talking about debt. Even if you're going to get invested, the journey is the same. It's only that debt, somebody is outside your house, and in terms of equity, they're inside your house. So, but both is capital. So we're very willing, and it's very exciting to see all of you and to see some of you again. In fact, she was in my pod, so I'm very happy to see her. So we're here for you. Thank you very much.
People come to business support for different reasons, yeah? So if we think of this as a tree, you see that there's somebody who's just coming to enjoy its beauty, yeah? I like being around nature, to look at the birds, and to just feel the breeze, yeah? There's somebody who just wants to relax under the shade. But then there's somebody who's also like very hungry, yeah? They actually want to go on top of the tree, and whatever fruits atapata pale, it will help them, yeah? So using the diagnostics to be able to like really figure out where the business is in the journey, from there now is where now we come up with the programs. Because somebody who's coming to enjoy the shade is not the same as somebody who is hungry and wants to eat the fruits, yeah? So from there we've come up with a couple of programs. So where you see BCS, so this is Business Continuity Service. So you know your business better than we know it, yeah? So kuna mahali unasikia umefinyika. I think Coach Tichi had asked a question, like if you were to get investment today, and Brash, I think you also asked of it. Kuna hiyo, there's that problem. There's that fear that you have, yeah? So you're still in business, but there's something that's preventing you from moving forward. Can we find out what that is and help you unlock it? And then you have the Business Rescue Service, BRS. So how many have ever felt like giving up? At some point, just closing shop and hii biashara tuachane nayo, yeah? So that's where the Business Rescue Service comes in. So it could be that maybe you've been facing a certain problem for such a long time and you're just about to give up. Still deploying the same tools of diagnosis and getting like a very clear picture of where you are, then we're able to rally behind you and support your business so that we can move you from rescue to continuity. And under continuity, we also have succession planning. Sometimes unapata, maybe you'd started a business with your spouse, one thing led to another, you're no longer together. What happens to the business? Are we going to close the business? We help you answer those questions, yeah? And then you also have your rapid response. So rapid response, think of it more as a community like this, where we have, there's some days you don't feel like going to work, yeah? Kuna hizo, sometimes you feel like you are umekwama, and you might need peers. So think of this more as a community and peers. And then you also have the business tools and consulting. So this is where now you actually get now the expert support. So we are not going to do like a lot of training. The master classes will definitely be here so that you can come level up whenever you want. But we know that in the business, work actually needs to be happening. So if you need somebody to come and partner with you in your business to remove blockers, if there's something that you've been sitting on for too long and you feel like I need to get this thing done, then we have the tools and we have the consultants to be able to work with you. So all this together now is what made us come up with BSA Group PLC.
We are in a season and we are in an age where we need to take entrepreneurship for what it is. The companies we worked for are actually businesses that belong to other people, right? So why can't we use those skills and that drive that we had to build our own? So at BSA, what we are trying to say is we are going to give you that home. We are going to journey with you, you know. We have all, you know, started our own businesses. I think every director at BSA has had a business or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and eventually they figured something out. And those are the lessons that we want to pass on to you guys. You do not have to journey alone. You do not have to fight alone. There's a lot you can learn even from amongst yourselves as peers. And that is exactly what we are giving you as BSA, a home to build your business.